build a different kind of army. Moloch sighed. There's no point in wasting good demons. Let them thaw and think about what they've managed to get themselves into. It's way too fucking hot for ice to last long down here. Baal pulled his leg back and punted a frozen head. It sizzled when it landed in a stream of lava 100 feet away. The rest of this shit needs to be moved to the lava pits. I don't want to step in a pile of demon dust in the middle of the night when I look for a snack. Moloch swatted Baal hard on the shoulder. Next time I talk shit about Lilith, make sure she's still in her meat sack's body. I don't want to talk to her personally. Baal put his hands on his hips and looked around. No shit. I hate to break up this touching moment between the two of you, but you need to release me, Tiamat snarled. Moloch and Baal turned to the giant-beaten Leviathan. A small runt of a demon had become a little too curious. He inched closer to her, and she snapped at him and missed. The demon jeered, but Tiamat's tongue lashed out, wrapped around the demon, and dragged it back between her jaws. She pulverized the demon with her vicious teeth. Baal and Moloch glanced at each other, and both took a big step backward, out of Tiamat's range. Baal mused, She did her goddamned job. You know I'm not one who keeps my word. Kind of messes with my reputation. But I don't want her getting better down here. You know there's only one of us who can control a Leviathan in hell. Moloch scoffed. If you haven't noticed, it looks like she's about to bite the dust. Several smaller demons started to gather around her. She swished her tail violently, smacking several off into the distance. Baal shrugged his shoulders. If it were me, I might just let the demons kill her. Then you'd have a huge Leviathan soul trained in hell. That could come in really useful for the future. Moloch waved his large taloned hand. There are 6 more. We don't go back on our word. I know most demons do, but remember that we hold ourselves to a higher standard. We were looked upon by Lucifer himself. He may be a demon, but he keeps his word almost every single time, and expects us to as well. Baal conceded the point. I suppose you're right. The last thing I want to do is go through all that we went through today, and then have to face an angry Lucifer. I need a vacation, a bowl of fresh puppies, and some wench to rub my tired feet. Moloch chuckled. I feel sorry for whatever soul you have rub your feet. I don't care what crimes they committed during life. Baal raised a gnarled and knobby foot. Hey, I take care of these beauties. All the lava and hot rocks really take a toll. Moloch shook his head. Come on, let's get this Leviathan back Earthside, so we can wash our hands of it. Doesn't look like she's gonna last much longer. Moloch turned toward Tiamat and whistled in her direction. She grumbled and carefully lifted her head off the ground, barely able to move. The 2 demons slowly opened a gate right next to her. She took her time getting to her feet as they watched impatiently. Baal looked down at his fingernails. Any time today, beast. I may have eternity down here, but that doesn't mean I want to spend it with you. I just don't understand what is taking so long, the general muttered as he looked out the window on the observation deck of the ship. The captain peered at the island and tried to calm the general. Sometimes these things take time. That was a big motherfucker. Anything on the video surveillance? The general walked over and stared at the screen. The petty officer adjusted the clarity of the screen and scanned the island. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, and water lapped quietly against the shore. Other than that, there was no sign of Katie or the Leviathan anywhere. The petty officer slowly shook his head, and the general rubbed his forehead. It's been an hour since we've seen either one of them. We've got no view of them, no view of the Leviathan, and no idea whether we should be sending in more forces. Captain, what do you think we should do next? The captain took off his hat and wiped the sweat from his neck. At this point, we have to assume someone is still left over there, whether it's the Leviathan or Katie. We can't sit by and do nothing. Our pants are down here. I suggest we go ahead and send in the SEALs. They've been locked and loaded and ready to go since before this mission started. I can have them here within minutes. The general walked back to the window and rubbed his chin. I would hate for anyone else to get killed because I'm impatient.